IMF. We are all members of the IMF, and so it's a body we go to when you have some macroeconomic instability. And so at the time I was president, yes, we suffered macroeconomic instability due to two factors, internal and external. External, you get shocked from time to time.
So wait, they said, what will you do differently? He's giving the reasons why his government then went to IMF. He hasn't started saying what he will do differently. So now he's saying what caused him to go to IMF, and he's saying there are two factors, internal and external. The external alone is annoying to me, because how dare you have an external reason when you won't allow Akufo-Addo to have Russia, Ukraine war and COVID as his reasons, external factors? Why? You wait, then you listen.
Stability. And so at the time I was president, yes, we suffered macroeconomic instability due to two factors, internal and external. External, you get shocked from time to time.
So if you know, John Mahama, that it is a given, that it is inevitable, that as a government you get shocks from time to time, which you claim happened to you, you get shocks from time to time, why are you not giving Akufo-Addo the space within which he can have this unforeseen eventualities or circumstances or whatever, shocks, unforeseen shocks? Why are you not giving him that space to breathe? You are claiming that was one of your causes. Shocks, you get them from time to time. Seemingly nothing that you can do about it, they will come. So why don't you think that the same shocks that come as and when they please is happening to Nana's government?
And so at the time I was president, yes, we suffered macroeconomic instability due to two factors, internal and external. External, you get shocked from time to time. We had the commodity price shocks, the slowdown in China.
The slowdown in where? John Mahama, the slowdown in China. The slowdown in China, eh? You there, the slowdown in China affected you. Sama. Inche unkwasi sam. Inche unbuasam. You there, during your tenure, China prices. Na China would be a blower, and I would be a banching. China, I want to ton camfna. What if crank and dokunifi China? Or yet then the China prices are affected. No work on China. No work on China, and which country were fighting? Cheun kwasiesam. Our bredono, no war behind you. China one prices or affect our no any shocks time to time. Shocks that come from time to time that you obviously don't have any control over. Why the
stability due to two factors, internal and external. External, you get shocked from time to time. We had the commodity price shocks, the slowdown in China. But internally, we overshot.
The slowdown in China. Said China nyani slow down. How does it affect Kolegono? When China is doing slowdown, how the fuck is it affecting Kenke price in Choco? But that was your excuse. Just yesterday is when you said this. That was your excuse for going to IMF. Akufo-Addo is screaming. He doesn't even have to say China or Ukraine. You know. You, John Mahama, don't you know there is war going on in Ukraine? You don't know. You don't know Russia is fighting Ukraine. So why do you let your people, why do you come and tell us that Akufo-Addo is just singing a chorus? So yours that you are saying now, what is it? Is it the first stanza or the second one? Or is the bridge? Is it the hook? You also have two factors. External. As China is slow. China is slower. Wafro Yonghua. Ana wafro Jet Li. Ana Shifu. What is your Chinese name? Why is China any of our fucking business? What can some see na yehu de Russia no nyum profi waroko. Yen na yehu de COVID be bay. Onya Akufo-Addo no chechire bay. So ya impose or ya show it was worldwide. You have spearheaded these liars, enabling them to keep pumping bullshit into the system. Meanwhile, you are sitting here in America accepting what this host is saying, that the problem is not peculiar to Ghana. It's not unique to Ghana. And you are now saying that I want now were two reasons I call IMF. First one is there or your external. China was slow. China was slow.
Use a new wage policy that's I'll just say something a little bit to look at the two circumstances under which we went into the IMF. We are all members of the IMF, and so it's a body we go to when you have.
But we saw protests in the country in June against the high cost of living. And you've for a long time called on the government to accept assistance from the IMF. It has now changed course So
wait. The time John Mahama was calling on Akufo-Addo to go to IMF, and Akufo-Addo said, no, I want to try and do it myself. What was John Mahama seeing? He obviously saw that they needed IMF because he himself knows how much debt and bullshit he left. Because if you don't know what you left there, how can you go and tell the person who has now occupied the seat that, yo, you need to go to IMF? And the guy was trying his possible best to not go. Is that a crime? Is that a crime that you were begging him to go to IMF and he said, let me try and see if I can do it. Let me try. And now he says, you know what? I can't do it, especially with all the external factors. And now that he says, okay, I will do what you said because the external factors, now he is a liar. What do we want? What do we want? Which means, Inka John Mahama or we need bioma, Inka Nanka Sabasana kwa IMF biom. Ana, now kwa IMF for on chia no ka unwe, or Akufo-Addo ne debt. Meanwhile, he was the one also advising Akufo-Addo, kwa IMF. So you think if he had won, he won't go? He will go. My question now is, why is it that now that finally Nana Akufo-Addo has realized he can't be Captain Save a Ho, he can't carry show that this one is not job for Achim peoples only. He has to go to IMF, and he has finally agreed to go to IMF. That one too, we that were advising him to go initially, we are the ones now also saying oh to him. Yeah, normal. Huh? Yeah, normal, nah. Maybe we can tell him, I told you so. What's why is in Jordan time I'm can. But we said he should go. He said he wants to do it his own. And he didn't, he's not able to. Because the external factors are just gushing in.
Monetary fund for help. But Ms. Mahama, you also came under fire about how you handled the economy during your tenure. Should you run for president, should you have a chance to lead your country again, what would you do differently that you didn't do the first time around? What would you do differently next time?
I'll just say something a little bit to look at the two circumstances under which we went into the IMF. We are all members of the IMF, and so it's a body we go to when you have some macroeconomic instability. And so at the time I was president, yes, we suffered macroeconomic instability. due to two factors, internal and external. External, you get shocked from time to time. We had the...
So I want to tell you, Nana Akufo-Addo also has the same shocks. The shock that shock you, Nana Akufo-Addo, you don't shock him. Okay? That is one factor. Yanko.
The slowdown in China. But internally...
And the slowdown in China equal therefore to Nana Akufo-Addo. I was one slowdown in China. On our Ukraine, or Russia, or COVID so. In Jati, Etia John home. Our was the cretin umpono, who slow of China, a IMF, on the Zoye Bassa. Okay.
Expenditures, because we introduce a new external, you get shocked from time to time. We had the commodity price shocks, the slowdown in China. But internally, we overshot our expenditures because we introduced a new wage policy.
You overshot your expenditure because you introduced whatever. Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, he has overshot his expenditure because he introduced free SHS. It is not regional. It is not district, it's national. It's national, and not only a certain age were eligible. It was free for all, still is free for all. Into one great grandparents work school maybe. Talk about overshot expenditure. Do you think that when Nana Akufo-Addo was doing the free SHS, he was thinking that mothers who have become their great grandparents will also go?